welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBabe. I am MovieBabe, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing episodes 7 and 8 of BT Plus's All the Queen's Men. But before we get too into it, though, I want for y'all to drop down, hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Because here on MovieBabe, I do review, reactions, and... What? Review? Just one? Reviews, reactions, and commentaries to movies and television. And if that's the type of content that you like, you might as well stick around and hit that subscribe button. All right, so y'all know episode 7 and 8, quick review. A lot wasn't happening in these episodes. It's getting more and more Tyler Perry-ish. And when I say Tyler Perry-ish, that means long, boring, and drawn out. Like, skip the fucking scene. We get the point. What is even going on here? So let's go ahead and get started with episode 7, storyline by storyline, starting with El Fuego. So El Fuego has a VIP, but he's stalling to go and see who it is, but we all kind of figured that it's his ex, right? The one who daddy made her break up with him because who the fuck cares? So something that was, well, he's talking to Doc in the locker room, and Doc checks in on him, like, you know, how you doing, whatever. And Doc tells El Fuego to go handle that situation. Now, I was a little confused because I was like, what situation? The ex situation? Is that really a situation? No, okay. So El Fuego finally goes to the VIP section, and it is indeed his ex. And y'all know how I feel about this lady. Dear lady, I don't know your name, but you cannot act. It's horrible. She sounds so monotone. Her face has no expression. Oh my God, a toddler could do better. So she's all, no, wait, I love you, but my dad is my dad. But El Fuego, or whatever his real name is, please just come back to the church. Oh, no. Like, I fucking hate her. And it's very personal at this point because I feel like she's doing it on purpose because nobody can really be this bad at acting. Anyhow, she talks about, or El Fuego talks about how her daddy is controlling her and she wants him to go back to the church, but El Fuego said he'll never go back after what they did to him. Like, whatever, like, did they haze him? Like, what? Anyways, let's get into something more interesting. Babyface and Rayshon. Y'all. Okay, so at the club, Babyface sees Miss Tandy, right? But of course, she's not there for him. And Babyface is acting really, really thirsty, okay? Like, get off Miss Tandy D, okay? Miss Tandy is there for Rayshon. And she decides to take Rayshon to the VIP. Now, she says that she wants to put Rayshon up, meaning she wants to take care of him. They gave him a room in their house, and they want him to quit the strip club and leave his girlfriend. Now, the moment she says, I want to put you up in our house, not buy you your own house, put you up in our house, I was like, this is some sex slave shit. Like, no, sir. Let's not do this one. But he agrees. Yep, he agrees. And then she pays him $3,000 on the spot or whatever. She said, well, Miss Tandy also asked about, like, hey, where's the rest of the money that I gave you, by the way? And at that point, Rayshon didn't even tell him that Babyface basically punked him and took his money or whatever. So when Miss Tandy leaves, Babyface comes in and he kind of just tells Rayshon, like, yo, I've been in this business since I was 17. And he tells Rayshon how this is just a phase, that Tandy and her husband will find another new dude to go to the moment they get sick and tired of you. But once again, Rayshon is so naive. Maybe I'm different. Boy, shut the hell up. Like, shut the hell up. So Babyface basically tells the boys back in the locker room, the star dancers, the whole story about him and Rayshon. That's what I'm talking about, like, long, boring, drawn-out scenes. Like, we already know what happened. So we have to sit there and watch Babyface tell everybody else the story of what happened between him and Rayshon. Now, this is what I do like. All his coworkers were like, bro, like, you wrong. Like, get that man his money. You didn't do the job that it took to get the money. You wouldn't have the money if it wasn't for him. Give that boy his money. But Babyface don't want to hear none of that. So, at the end of the night, Rayshon, well, not at the end of the night, at the end of his night, Rayshon begins to pack up because, like Miss Tandy said, she wants him to quit the strip club. And he runs into Trouble. Now, Trouble tries to put him on game as well, telling him that, you know, you don't even know this lady. Like, they want you to live with them. Like, shit is going to get freaky and it's going to be some shit that you're not down for. But Rayshon is still just like, la, 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 literally. So Trouble was like, yo, at least tell Madam that you're quitting just in case you ever need to come back to the strip club. So Rayshon then goes to talk to Madam. And he basically tells her that, yo, like, the varsity dancers, they're really mean, and more amateurs would stay, like, if there was fair treatment, which I feel like that was a nice thing to share with Madam. And she actually seems intrigued by that information. And then he also tells Madam that a tipper is going to put him up and that he quits. Oh, and she also tells him, no, and he also tells her about Babyface. But Madam kind of contemplates or plays into Rayshon like, oh, wow, thanks. Like, it was a funny scene because Rayshon is just so damn dumb. But once again, it was one of those long, drawn-out ass scenes. And, you know, what's that boy name? Tommy was like, yo, like, Madam, should we tell him? Like, should we warn him? And Madam's just like, nah, he got to learn on his own. So let's go ahead and get into Amp and Dime. So y'all know at the end of last episode, Dime went to Amp's apartment to find his pain pills, and she ended up finding the missing $1 million tucked under his bed in a trash bag. So Amp walks in on her, and of course Dime is acting funny, and she's just basically trying to get away from him because she's thinking that he is the one who stole the money from his aunt. Or who set up the whole play for that to go down, that, you know, led to her getting, like, beat up and knocked out or whatever. So another drawn out scene. Oh my God. And Amp can't act. He almost is worse as El Fuego ex-girlfriend in this show. So basically, Dime gets back to the club and she confides into Blue about the missing money. And Blue thinks Amp, of course, set up Madam and took the money. They contemplate on whether they should tell Madam. Not rather they should tell Madam, but when they should tell Madam. But y'all know Madam got to handle some business anyways. Madam decides to go to the hospital to visit the redneck, okay? When she's leaving the building, we get a scene with Carla and a hitman. Now, Carla is Madam's sister, and she put out a ransom on Madam's head, okay? She wants to kill Madam and burn the place down because putting their dad into a home cut off her money. So, you know, she doesn't care about the dad. She cares about getting funded, right? So I have a comment. Carla, Madam's sister, who's played by, I don't know her real name, I don't feel like looking it up, but she played Ronnie in the Players Club. She's acting her ass off, okay? She is the best actress on this show, hands down. So at the hospital, Madam goes to see the redneck, and she sprays lye on his face, so if he sweats or starts crying, or if she pours water on him on his face, it's just basically going to melt off. So she wants the truth. And the redneck says that he and Bill had a deal, and says that Amp, her nephew, set up the entire heist on her club. Before we get into episode 8, if y'all are enjoying my commentary, please don't forget to thumbs up this video as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. Support Black businesses, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into episode 8. Let's start off with everything that's happening in the club, okay? So we get introduced to a cast member named Vicky. Now, Vicky is a fluffer, and she also picks up the guys' money after they do their stage performances. Now, I didn't know what a fluffer was, but Vicky basically keeps the men erect. Okay, that way they can go out there and be their best selves. Okay, I really thought that was awkward. Is that a real thing? Because if so, okay. All right. So, Vicky, though, also tells Midnight that she knows someone that can help him with his penis problem, because y'all know Midnight has been beefing so much so to where half of his penis is dead, meaning they might have to amputate that shit. But he just won't stop beefing. I don't understand what the problem is. I feel like during your stage performances, wear a strap or something, stuff or something. Now, after y'all do the stage performances, when you on the floor, then you can go and do all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, your penis is important, okay? We don't want to have that cut off. So on the floor during that night, Doc meets a lady who is really, really trying to get him outside of the club. I don't know if this is going to come into play this season or next season, but to me, it's giving setup. Okay? Also notable, during the stage performance, Doc is seeing images or flashes of the girl that he shot. I forgot her name. It's been so many episodes later. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though, if you watch the reviews or the show. All right, so Rayshon also calls Tandy to come pick him up. And she was like, pick you up? You got a whole car. So he had to tell Tandy that Babyface stole his car. So Tandy tells him to look in the bushes and get a gun and get the car back by any means necessary. And she does mean anything, okay? First off, girl, plot hole. How the hell you knew a gun was in the bushes? Did you plan, like, what? Either that's bad writing or just stupid. Because how the hell did she know that there would be a gun in the bushes? Oh, okay. So we meet this country-ass white boy who really wants to start dancing for Madam. He does his little stage performance. It's white bread. All right, so at tip out, El Fuego is light, and Madam is not going to be happy about that, and that is because he didn't stay in the VIP. Well, he stayed in the VIP, but he didn't get paid, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because he didn't want to set anything for him as ex. So El Fuego might get into some trouble with Madam. So after tip out, Babyface walks to Rayshon's car that he took. And Rayshon tries to get the car back. Now, he genuinely tries to get the car back. He asked Babyface a couple of times. And when Babyface just started punking him, Rayshon does pull the gun out and puts it up to Babyface. Babyface puts his hands up in there like, y'all, man, calm down, man. We can solve this, man. And then Trouble's ass comes out of nowhere like, oh, yeah, get his ass. Distracts Rayshon. Babyface takes the gun and pulls it on Rayshon. And now, what the fuck, bro? Poor Rayshon, like... To me, y'all, Rayshon is just so dumb and naive and innocent and just stupid that it makes me feel sad for him. Like, it's not, I don't feel bad for him. I genuinely feel sad for him because he's so damn stupid. And Trouble's ass, girl, shut the fuck up and go sit down somewhere. You always got something to say and something to do. Like, you are literally Trouble, okay? So Babyface is like, next time you pull a gun on me, you better use it. Takes the gun and takes the car. Trouble decides to give Rayshon a ride to Tandy's house. Now, Tandy is looking out the window when he pulls up. So she's like, yo, so you didn't get the car back? Rayshon says no. And they decide to punish him, quote unquote. Now, they're doing some S&M dominatrix type shit, right? So they take him to this room, this 50 Shades of Grey ass room that they have had built. And, you know, they make him lick the man's boots and take his clothes off, and they start whipping him and all types of shit. And Rayshon is like, nah, like, I'm not feeling this. This is going too far. I don't want to do this, right? And that's exactly what everybody's been telling him. They said shit is going to get weird. They're going to eventually want to do something that you don't want to do. And I personally didn't think it would happen so soon, but it did. And they basically rape him because he didn't want what happened that night. They kind of took advantage of him. Y'all watched the show. And I get real sensitive when it comes to forced sexual acts on people. The R word. I don't like that. It's cringe to me. Anyhow, very unfortunate for dumbass Rayshon. So, Madam. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say, I think Trouble might come back and save Rayshon, or, you know, Rayshon might tell Trouble, and, you know, Trouble might help him in some type of way, because she's the only one that knows where Tandy lives, and we know Babyface ass ain't gonna do nothing. He quit the club, so I don't think Madam's gonna do anything. So I don't know. I hope the best for Rayshon, because that's unfortunate. So let's talk about Madam for this episode. So y'all know Madam was in the hospital questioning the redneck about where her missing $1 million was, and the redneck told her that Amp is the one who set up the whole heist, right? Now, she was like, well, why would you even tell me this type of information? The redneck is hoping to work with her because he runs a meth lab, but Madam is not interested. And she also does not believe him about Amp, but she doesn't kill him just yet. So Madam decides to call Blue And, you know, Blue also stated that she wants to talk to Madam, and Madam's like, I need to talk to you, so I guess they're going to be talking later, okay? So Madam decides to call Amp just to check in on him. She tells him that she needs him back at the club, make sure that he comes tonight back at the club. And she also asks Amp, do you love me? And he was like, yes, I love you, auntie. Why would you even ask that? So, you know, I feel like Madam was just trying to check the temperature to see if she heard anything in his voice or anything that could corroborate the redneck story, okay? So, Madam's upset. She doesn't know how to channel her anger, so she decides to go to a random warehouse where Roman is, the guy who she's been questioning about her money for like maybe the first 3 episodes. She decides to go and harass him for the money because she's bored and she needs to release some anger, right? So Roman, we find out that he's dating Carla, Madam's sister, and the backup that they thought they had in that warehouse worked for Madam. So Madam basically makes it clear that everybody in this city works for me. And she tells Carla, her sister, that she knows she tried to put a hit on her because every dude in this city works for me. So she decides to let Carla go because I guess blood is blood. But she decides to have Roman delivered to the club so she can basically torture him later. Now, at the end of the night, Blue comes into Madam's office and basically confirms the redneck story because Madam told her that the redneck said some off shit. And she was like, oh, off like Am being the one who set you up? And that kind of confirmed it to Madam like, damn, I'm going to have to kill my nephew. Now, y'all know I don't like Amp mainly solely because he can't act. I don't think he took the money. I really don't. However, I hope he dies because I just want him off of this show. Now, I talked to my mom about this, and she has a theory that maybe Amp's ex-girlfriend's family is the one that is setting him up. Maybe they were in cahoots with Bill. I don't fucking know. It made no sense, but it made sense at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in to my recap review on all the queens. Man, be sure y'all like this video if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Do y'all think Amp really stole the money or really set up his aunt? Do you want him to die? I do. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.